Meemaw, played by Annie Potts in Young Sheldon, is one of the most beloved characters in the show. As Sheldon Cooper's feisty, fun-loving grandmother, she adds warmth, humor, and a bit of mischief to the series. While she is fiercely independent, Meemaw also has a romantic side, and her love life has been an ongoing subplot throughout the series. From casual flings to serious relationships, Meemaw has had her fair share of romantic encounters. But who exactly has she dated in Young Sheldon? And how does it all connect to what we know from The Big Bang Theory? Let's take a closer look at the details of Meemaw's love life in Young Sheldon. 1. Dale Ballard, the most serious relationship. One of Meemaw's most notable love interests in Young Sheldon is Dale Ballard, played by Craig T. Nelson. Dale is a gruff but charming former baseball coach and owner of a sporting goods store. He first meets Meemaw when he hires Georgie, Sheldon's older brother, to work at his store. Their relationship starts off with flirtation and eventually turns into something more serious. Dale is somewhat of a tough guy with a stubborn personality, which sometimes clashes with Meemaw's strong-willed nature. Despite their differences, they have undeniable chemistry. However, their relationship is not without its ups and downs. At one point, Meemaw breaks up with Dale because of his reluctance to commit. Later, he tries to win her back, and their on-again, off-again dynamic keeps fans entertained. One of the key aspects of their relationship is how it influences Georgie. Since Georgie works for Dale, there are moments when the tension between Meemaw and Dale spills over into the workplace. This adds another layer of comedy and complexity to their relationship. 2. Dr. John Sturgis, the quirky intellectual. Before Dale entered the picture, Meemaw was romantically involved with Dr. John Sturgis, played by Wallace Shawn. Dr. Sturgis is an eccentric, kind-hearted physicist who shares Sheldon's passion for science. Their relationship is based on intellectual compatibility, and it is refreshing to see Meemaw connect with someone who is equally curious about the world. Dr. Sturgis is quite different from Meemaw's usual type. He is socially awkward, highly intelligent, and a bit childlike in his enthusiasm. Despite his quirks, Meemaw enjoys spending time with him. She finds his innocence endearing, and he, in turn, admires her confidence and charm. However, their relationship takes a dramatic turn when Dr. Sturgis suffers a mental health episode and is hospitalized. After his recovery, he decides to break up with Meemaw, fearing that he might become a burden to her. This decision hurts Meemaw, but she ultimately respects it. Dr. Sturgis remains a recurring character in Young Sheldon, and while their romance ends, they continue to share a deep friendship. He is also one of Sheldon's mentors, making his presence significant in the storyline. 3. Coach Wayne Wilkins, the brief fling. Before Dale became her main love interest, Meemaw briefly dated Coach Wayne Wilkins, who was Dale's best friend. This relationship was short-lived but notable because of its impact on her dynamic with Dale. Coach Wilkins is a light-hearted, easygoing man, but their romance never truly takes off. Their connection seems more like a casual fling rather than a deep emotional bond. The relationship doesn't last long, and it becomes even more complicated when Meemaw starts dating Dale, since the two men are close friends. This brief romance serves more as a plot device to create tension between Dale and Meemaw, making their eventual relationship more dramatic. 4. Meemaw's past love life. Clues from The Big Bang Theory. While Young Sheldon provides insight into Meemaw's dating life, fans of The Big Bang Theory already knew some details about her past relationships. In The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon often talks about his Meemaw with great admiration. However, he also mentions that after his grandfather's death, Meemaw had a series of boyfriends. Sheldon, being protective of her, doesn't always approve of them. One important detail from The Big Bang Theory is that Meemaw was deeply in love with Sheldon's grandfather, who he affectionately called Pop Pop. Their love story was significant, and it explains why she is so hesitant to fully commit to a new relationship in young Sheldon. Her reluctance to settle down again suggests that Pop Pop was the love of her life, and no one else can truly replace him. 5. Meemaw's independent spirit. One of the most interesting aspects of Meemaw's love life is how it highlights her independence. Unlike many traditional grandmother figures on television, Meemaw is portrayed as a strong, confident woman who enjoys her freedom. Even when she is in relationships, she makes it clear that she values her autonomy. This is especially evident in her dynamic with Dale.